Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out! Oh my God! KO in midair!
Hey, what's up guys, and good morning. Today, this week, I guess, for the weekly video that I'm trying to stick with, we're on the map, as you should know for the channel, Westfield. This game we got Southern Spawn, so not quite the ideal situation, but like I said to somebody lately, if I get Westfield in a light or kind of a stealthy tank like I'm going to be playing this game, I'm a happy person. Obviously North Spawn's better, but I can't complain when I get this map. It's better than something like god-awful Icebound or something. So, what are we playing this game? So, we're actually in the infamous, I guess infamous still, E25. It's not, I don't think it's quite as deadly, maybe, as it used to be. The sensation of, like, new tanks being put in. But it's certainly not bad. It's still really good, especially with the +1 matchmaking it gets. But yeah, so we're gonna go to the normal kind of positioning. I'm not gonna talk too much about that. You guys should know by now where to go on this map. But either spawn, I've put enough videos up on this map by now, which should give you a hint that this game's a little special. I kind of hold a high standard for this map in terms of what games I kind of pick to put up on Westfield, because I don't want to sound too cocky, but every time I get this map, it tends to be at least a good game. So I don't want to put up every single game I get on this map. It would just get old. Like, oh look, it's Westfield again. Yeah, we get it, Turkey. But we go to that normal time position, and of course, well, their light tank is decided to YOLO. And something key here is I don't go in a straight line, and I try to make sure I can see he's auto aiming and he gets shot. And this varies. I don't want to tell you about how satisfying that shot was, just to kill him like that with a non-turreted TD. But that shot was pretty satisfying, to be fair. So I could easily tell that he was just kind of auto aiming. So the best way to kind of defeat that is to not drive in a straight line, basically, kind of drive diagonally like that. So it would make it way harder. And I know the shell velocity on the AP rounds on that thing is probably not very good. Most lower tier tanks, AP rounds shell velocity isn't the best always. So just kind of bear that in mind there. But now we're gonna go to work doing the kind of more standard E25 thing, not chasing down light tanks and shooting them on the move, more sitting in a bush and loading APCR rounds and farming infuriate Russian heavy tank. As we go about right here, putting 4 shots into the Gornage KB5 before he gets in the cover. Last shot, not really going to go, but then we pick up a spot on the Minuteman to our left. That's going to be a very, very tough tank pen for us. Realistically, if he's any kind of angle, it's going to be very hard, even with our APCR rounds to pen. It's because we have very, very low penetration on both our rounds, realistically, at this tier. And that tank can give tier 9 tanks trouble penning it, so something to keep in mind. So we move a little further down the hill to avoid getting spotted by him, and see if we can't pick up some spots on their tank sitting up by the bridge. I know they don't have many tanks down here. I think they have a few. We have to pick up a spot on the IS-2M, and there's also the tier 6 Tiger, I think it is, with him. So you can pick up some assisted this game, but it's not going to be that much in terms of assisted. I think we only have less than 200 right now, which for Westfield isn't much at all. But you can kind of see with my team's deployment, there's a lot more tanks up to my right, and right behind me, we've kind of just abandoned the hill, which isn't too surprising. Kind of the way it goes when you get Southern Spawn, it seems like. I don't want to say, at least it's not what Panama used to be, where it was just totally unbalanced in the spawns. I don't think that map's in the game right now because of that, finally. I could be wrong, but I hadn't seen it in months. I'm pretty sure it got removed, that version of this map. Just because the Southern Spawn had way, way worse chances getting to the hill. But now I've kind of made a decision. Okay, This spot, I'm not doing too much. I've done probably 2 shots of damage, and that was 30 seconds ago in the past 2 minutes. So it's probably time to move and get into another spot, especially with them just taking out 4 of our tanks in pretty quick succession right there. So now it's time to fall back to this area and see if we can't put the camo to work again. And put our the enemy team at range, basically. That's where this tank kind of excels. You don't want to be really up close usually. You can do some funny stuff. And right now you see we have the Minuteman side on, which that's not going to pen. But there's this little spot right here where on the front there's no side skirt near the front track, which you can correct me if I'm wrong, is kind of a weak spot if you can actually hit it. But we're at 500 meters, which granted, you think maybe it's a way to hit the E25. Especially when you hit shots like that right afterwards, but you know, sometimes RNG is just, well, we all know. But my goal now is, before they push the other spawn from the other side, is to kind of hopefully clear out this side of some tanks, so, and take some guns out of the game, basically. That shot went into oblivion as well, but we were able to pick one shot off into the M6. I really want to get the KV5 out. We tried AP round into the R2D2. That's not going to quite work, so we switched to the AP rounds. That one missed, the R2D2. That one hit, but unfortunately we were now spotted, and we did a slight high roll, and we get it, and we're able to take the KV5 out of the game. Now we do have a full health VK, which is nice. I don't know if he's going to do too much, but he has 1700 hit points, so it's going to take a while for them to even kill him, so that's a plus for us. And now you're going to see the lack of pen. This tier 6 Tiger is just angled slightly, and it's going to give us some issues in terms of penning. I don't want to use APCR yet, because I only have 10 rounds of left. I know they have an IS-3, and also a tier 7 Japanese Heavy, and a T-32, which the T-32 is going in, and for some reason thought it was a great idea to ram a VK. Turns out, it's not, so... yeah, don't do that. Not a great plan. So, now all we have left on this side really is that M6. I know there's also an already back here, but I really want to get the last gun out over here so I can kind of operate. I could have maybe taken out the already, because M2 is not paying attention. But the already's running, and I'm not surprised by that. Already gets spotted, usually they're going to run, especially if there's another tank nearby. Especially if they're fast like that. So not too surprised there by that decision by their artillery there. But so now we're going to take up this position, basically steal the M6's spot, but we're much more suited to using this position. So we put one shot in T-43, and I thought he burned, but apparently had a premium consumable. So we're going to finish him off there. Our challenger is definitely going to die now. And hopefully we can track this IS-3, because he's going to be a little bit of a pain otherwise. We get one more shot, we need one more to finish him off. Track him, it's actually not bad. And then we're able to put one in the angled pike nose to finish him off for our 8th kill, actually. So now what's left? There's me. He's basically on full health, minus giving that M6 a little nudge. Yeah. But they have an artillery piece, and I believe that is the Oni left. So it's me and a Batchat 12T, tier 8 flight tanks, which is good for us because we have 2 tanks with good camo and view range. We do see the Ernie's fairly healthy there at 1100, but our Batchat starts putting some rounds into him, so I'm like, okay, let me go after the RNG. Take the RNG out of the game, and hopefully we can just double team the OD, and it's not a big issue. I do want to take this guy out fairly quickly, and in that kind of decision to take him out quickly, I kind of probably make my one true mistake of this game. I'd really like to be unspotted here, and I think this is just a little too rushed. Yeah, that was not a good decision. He could have easily penned us and killed us, especially since I went airborne over that. He could have went right up to the underside and penned us, but fortunately he did not. So one mistake of the game, we get away with it. Being a little too greedy, I definitely realized at this point that I had 8 kills and there were 2 tanks left, so put 2 and 2 together. There's a fool's medal on the line here. So being a little greedy there at the end. We see the Oni is sideways on us. We only have AP rounds, so we really need him to be completely flat side on. Our bat check puts one into him, and thankfully, we're able to finish him off for our 10th kill and pick up another pool of metal, and the first one in the new year, actually. So, really good game. Again, love this map. So good for these type of tanks. Easily my favorite map in the game. It's not even a contest. It's fun for those end game situations like that. You can easily go back and forth. Even if the game's not in your favor, you can easily bring it back just based off positioning and stuff. So it's really fun in that kind of way. But like I said, we picked up post-game stats, some decent silver. It's a premium tank. We fired all APCR, but yeah, we're not really playing this to get silver. We picked up 2,000 base XP, 10 kills, obviously, and just shy of 4,000 damage, which is good for this tank. You can actually do more, but it's a very high damage game still for this, considering you only have 135 alpha. But again, good game, first pool of metal of 2020. I hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you all next time. See ya.